Good morning, students of class 10. You are welcome back to the online portal now. Let's continue our lesson in English. The making of a scientist. We are on the last portion now today. We are talking about Everett and his good qualities. How he became a great scientist. Now here there are altogether 6 points. We'll go through one by one and listen carefully and try to understand. Number 1, from the very beginning, when he was in junior school, junior classes, when he reached high school, from there onwards only, he was very much curious and he really worked hard. That was one of his qualities. In high school, Richard Everett was a straight A student. He always scored A position, first position, always. He never let other students come before him. He was very much competitive, not just to win, but for the sake of winning, not just for the sake of winning, but he liked it. That was his interest for a good reason. Because for him learning was easy. Why? Because he was curious. He was very much interested in whatever he did. Whatever he did, he was very much interested. Or he used to apply interest as well as curiosity and desire to learn, all these things. So for all these things, learning was very easy for him. He used to pick up things very easily. He was very much sharp. He turned a lot of his energy towards the debating. He used to debate, he used to discuss. The more you discuss, the more you will understand and more you will learn. The more you hear, the more you learn. So he spent a lot of time and energy in debating. That's why it was very easy for him to learn. He knew a lot of things. He also found someone to admire. He found someone to admire. Admire means like. Somebody liked him very much. Who was that? He also found someone to admire. He liked someone and the other person also liked him. So, who was that? His social studies teacher. He liked his social studies teacher, and the social study teacher also liked Richard Everett very much. Why? Because he had seen the quality in Richard. So he found someone to admire. His social studies teacher, his name was Richard A. Witherer. Richard A. Witherer. That was his teacher, social studies teacher. So Richard liked that teacher very much. Why? Because he must have supported him all the time, encouraged him, gave him new ideas, always advised him, naturally. So his social studies teacher, Richard A. Witherer, who was Everett's advisor. You see that? This teacher used to advise him, encourage him, provide him ideas. So for Everett, for Richard Everett, his teacher was very much perfect as he opened his mind to new ideas. So Richard Everett liked his teacher. Why? Because his teacher opened up his mind to new ideas, always suggested him, provided him new ideas, thinking and reasoning. So that's why Richard Everett liked his teacher very much. Just like his mother, his teacher always supported him. His teacher used to say, this Richard A. Witherer, his social studies teacher, used to say, Everett would always give that extra effort. Whatever he does, he gives extra effort and put in 3 or 4 hours at night doing debate research. At night he used to do research, he used to write for discussion. 3-4 hours he used to spend for debate research. So you can see that Everett would always give that extra effort. He invested more time and energy. Put in 3 or 4 hours at night. Every night he used to spend 3-4 hours writing the points for debate. 3-4 hours at night doing debate research beside all his work. Even after doing all his work, he used to spare some time to write down the notes that he is going to discuss with other people, with the other teacher or maybe other person. So his teacher further said, Richard A. Witherer, the social studies teacher, further said, Richard Everett was competitive. Richard Everett was very, very much competitive, not just to win the prize. Not for prize. He was very much competitive, not just to get the prize, but to do the best. But he wanted to do the best, that's all. Not for the prize, but to do the best he could do, so that he could do the work in the best possible way. For that reason he was very, very much competitive, not just to get the prize. Many of the students, they are very much competitive. Why? Because they wanted to score first, wanted to become first and get the prize and get the rewards and so on. But Everett, he was not greedy for the prize. He was not just very much competitive for the sake of competition or for the sake of getting a reward. He was very much competitive because he wanted to do the best that he could do in a best possible way. That's what. And that is one of the ingredients, quality. That is one of the ingredients in the making of a scientist. Why this is saying like this? Why the writer said that? Because if you are very much competitive for the reward, for the prize, naturally, suppose if you do not get that prize, you will get disheartened and next time you cannot do it properly. So you will slide behind, you will slide down. So that's why he never hoped for the prize. It just came automatically. The more you hope, the more you will become disappointed. You cannot think other things. You will think about the prize and you do the work. You cannot apply your mind for other ideas or use your mind properly. So you see that this shows that never do anything just for expectations. You just do it, it comes automatically. But if you expect beforehand and you start doing it, and if you do not get it, you will get disheartened and you will get disappointed. Naturally, you cannot do the things properly, you will become upset and your mind get disturbed. You see that? And that's why he is saying that this is one of the ingredients of the quality in the making of a scientist. Never hope for the prize. It will just come automatically. Only thing you think that how to do the work in the best possible way. That's the only thing you should have in your mind, not for the prize. If you think about the prize, naturally you will get distracted. You cannot concentrate, you cannot do the work properly. And if you do not get the prize, you will get disappointed and disheartened and you will lose the interest in everything. A lot of things can happen. So that's why it is said that he was very much competitive because he wanted to do the best, do his work in the best possible way. That was one of the ingredients in making making of a scientist. There are other qualities also. You must add them. Start with the first-rate mind. Start doing your work with the first rate of mind. First rate means that you want to do, and add curiosity in that and mix in the will. You must have the will to do it. Invest your time. Will. You must have the will to do it. Never get disheartened during failures. Carry on, put that extra effort in your work, and be ready to debate, ready to discuss. These are the qualities in the making of a scientist. So, mix in the will to win for the right reason, not to win for the prizes, no, to win for the right reasons, because you wanted to win. You wanted to do everything in the best way. Everett has all these qualities. Everett, he has all these qualities. That's why he became a scientist. If he had hoped for the prize all the time, you see, on the first day when he was in class 7, we have learned he did not receive the prize because it was just a showpiece. Others did some experiment and they got the prize. And initially he was disheartened, he was very sad, upset, and he understood. I must not do it for the prize, I must do it. I must do some experiment. So he added curiosity, interest, and the will. And from then onwards, his failures was a stepping stone. He looked at it positively. He took it positively. He didn't get disheartened. At first he was very much sad and upset, but he knew that if I do it for prize, this will happen. If I expect the prize and do not get, I'll get disheartened. He knew it from the very beginning, on the first, when he was in class 7, he knew this. So that's why he started doing it for the sake of doing, in the best possible. So Everett has all these qualities, that's why he became a scientist, and he was a great scientist. So this much all for today, and we have come to an end of this chapter, the making of a scientist, and we'll go to the another chapter, further chapter. Try to understand. When you are going through the online portal, listen carefully, increase your volume so that you can understand and see clearly everything. So we have done according to the points. So that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching the video, and we'll meet in the next class and continue our lessons. So thank you very much. Stay safe.